came to church every Sunday. When we moved here, I was about 5 turning 6, and I joined the GEMS Club that's here at this church. I went through GEMS the whole time until I could graduate in grade 8. So in elementary school, I didn't really have any solid Christian friends, but I found in elementary school there wasn't a lot of judgment for being Christian, so I didn't feel scared to talk about that I went to church on Sunday and what I talked about. And so I also had GEMS, which was a strong backup for me, so I could hang out with girls who were also learning about their faith. Then it came to high school, and I stuck with my elementary school friends. I didn't really reach out or anything. I guess I was too shy. But in high school, my friends became more judgmental and made me question my faith a lot more. And since I didn't have GEMS, I didn't really have a solid backup group of girlfriends kind of thing to hang out with until GEL was made. And GEL was really awesome. I was a proud attender of that. I did that all 4 years of high school, but we only met once a week, and it was on Sunday, so after church. So Sunday was kind of the day that I used to talk about God, and that I would hang out with Christian friends. And then during the week at high school, my friends who weren't very supportive of me. And in grade 11, I decided to get into a relationship with a boy who had convinced me that he doesn't have anything against my faith, and that one day he might find Jesus himself. And me being the naive little girl I was, I believed him. So after a few months of dating him, it came into fighting with him over my beliefs. He always made me question it, and it was draining for sure, because I was always a girl who would stand in my faith, but dating someone who's supposed to love you for the way you are and having them question who you are is not a lot of fun. So then, after I'd graduated from high school, I landed the job here at the church last year, which is really awesome because, as a few people know, Emily Arbel is one of my favorite people on planet Earth. In GEMS, she was my counselor for the last few years, and in grade 7 and 8, that's really the time when I was questioning if I was going to continue being a Christian, and having her as a teacher and having her I can go to ask questions to feel comfortable with. Really, she was kind of my rock. So being able to work with her and come to her whenever I wanted to, because I was with her all day, she might have found it annoying, but it was good for me. So I also that summer cut off all friendships I had made in high school because I thought it'd be healthier for me. So I didn't really have any friends at all, so I was working here full time, and I was still dating this boy, and then comes college, and I was super nervous. I didn't know what I was going to do. I hadn't really found my home church in Belleville yet, but within the first week, I made 3 beautiful friends, and I feel like they're lifetime friends, and one of them, she's actually a full-time Christian as well. So being able to sit down after a really fun day or something and say, wow, I can thank God for that day, I wouldn't get eyes rolled at me. I wouldn't say, okay, Carol, whatever. I'd get a, yes, I agree, and we'd talk about it. So it's really awesome having that one, especially for a girl-on-girl friendship who is also Christian, being able to not just sit there and know we share something in common, but also that we can sit down and have a full conversation about it, which is really awesome. And the other 2 friends I made, they are not believers themselves, but they don't make me question my faith. They ask me questions about my faith so they can understand, and they respect me and I respect them, and it's really awesome. I have never experienced that type of friend before, so that's really awesome as well. So in college, I attended the Parkdale Baptist Church in Belleville. I maybe did that 4 or 5 times because I felt I did not fit in. But every time I was home, you can bet your bottom dollar I was right here in this church, either sitting in the pew or helping Emily out with Sunday school. So though I did not lose my faith, I was not as committed as I should have been. And though I did have my friends, I was still with this boy who, again, was draining and wasn't very supportive of my faith. So then, come the end of my first year of college, was a few months ago, I decided to end the relationship with the boy because I felt it was not going where it needed to be, and there was no future, very good future that I could see. So the first thing I told myself after I did that was I need to get right with God. I decided that my life, I had been a standing still Christian, who I said I was a Christian. I attended church, I accepted Jesus into my heart, but I never did anything about it. I was comfortable in where I was when I wasn't doing myself any favors by standing still like that. So I also got the news that I was welcome to come back and work at the church again this year. So I was like, yes, more Emily to be my backup. And so I didn't have anyone in my life at that time that would drag me down or make me question I was in the right spot in my life. And I still came to Emily, I still do, all the time with the questions that I have. And I had always struggled with self-esteem, always will, probably, but really diving into God's words and some of the words he has to say about how I've made you the way that I want you to be, you're perfect the way you are. I used to be like, yeah, I heard you, but I don't believe it. Whereas now I'm like really seeing the purpose that I have to fulfill, and that I really, to him, I'm perfect. I've yet to see that, but I'm starting to understand why he thinks so, which is really awesome. So well, when I was younger, and I would see baptisms happen here, I'd be sitting in the pew, little girl, and I'd be like, wow, those people getting baptized are the coolest people I've ever seen. And I don't know why I thought it was so cool, but I just thought it did. I was always like, I'm going to do that, and it's going to make me cool. So I never did that, because that's all the wrong reasons to be baptized. So I'd never given much thought about getting baptized yet, and so I was changing my life around. Then it was like the Monday before the baptism in the park, Lori Bond had come up to me and said, have you given thought about getting baptized on Friday? And I was like, what? Like, no, I haven't at all. So I froze up and I just said, okay, I'll think about it. That's all I said. I said I'd think about it. So she goes, okay, the little Laura she is. So then it was the next day. I had talked to Emily. I didn't really let on that I was going to be baptized, but I had a conversation with her about the meaning behind baptism, and it has to be your personal decision to do it and nobody else's kind of thing. So it was kind of on Tuesday that I decided that I was going to be baptized. And I didn't tell anyone until Friday afternoon. But that was because I was still, though I wanted to do it, I felt it was my time, I still needed to pray about it, and things can change last minute, so I just kept praying about it. And on the Wednesday night, I had attended the Brockville Young Adults group. And the whole topic from the special speaker was about how he was back and forth about getting baptized himself, and how it was just how he came to make the decision and what importance it has, and I kind of related, so that was another confirmation that, you know, I think it's time that I should get baptized. So then, come Friday afternoon, I had kind of slyly said to my mom, like, yo, I think the worship at the baptism in the park tonight is going to be pretty good, you should go. And she kind of took the hint there, because I'd kind of been talking with my mom about getting baptized as well, that she should go because I'm planning on getting baptized. So my dad came home from work, and mom's like, we're going to the baptism tonight because Kara's getting baptized. And so mom, dad, and Gregory came, and there was questions as to whether I'm going to wait to get baptized in front of the church or if I should do it in the park. And I did have a lot of thoughts about that, but I just kind of had a sense of urgency to be baptized on a Friday, and there was nothing wrong being baptized in the park kind of thing. So I went ahead and I did it, and it's really helped the change in my life, because when I came home from school and I'm changing how I'm acting, I'm changing and I'm going to read the Bible, I'm going to indulge myself for God, I'm going to be that person who continues to learn and grow in God. The baptism kind of like solidified that for me, so I could show that this is the life I'm living. I know I've said that for a long time, but this is the change kind of thing. So on July 8, 2016, I got baptized, and that's kind of been the start of the new change in my life. So.